Do you ever go to the grocery store when you're trying to lose weight and you're not sure what foods to buy? You've been told that carbs are fattening, fats are fattening, protein will make you bulky. What are you supposed to do? With so much misinformation out there, I want to clear the air a bit and I want to talk to you about the exact items that I buy every week when I go to the grocery store and how I go about building my shopping list when I'm aiming to lose body fat. This will give you a clear idea of exactly what you should be looking for the next time you go shopping so that you are never second guessing or confused again. Let's discuss. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel where I'm here to help you build your body and master your nutrition by training with a plan. If you're new here, my name is Nick and today I'm gonna walk you through my weekly shopping list for fat loss. Some of the staples I always have in my pantry, and most importantly, the best way for you to create a shopping list full of foods that you enjoy while still helping you reach your goals. Because to be honest, eating foods that you don't enjoy is one of the best ways to fail on your fat loss diet. Now, before I get into it, I should say that none of these foods hold any magical powers for fat loss. They are just foods that I happen to enjoy and happen to be lower calorie density and higher protein foods, which is what we should be aiming for when we are dieting. Foods that are lower in calories because obviously we can eat more of them. Foods that are lower calorie density because they can make us feel full and we can eat more of them. And foods that are higher in protein because again, proteins make us feel fuller than carbs or fats, and they help promote muscle growth and muscle loss as we lose weight. You may have noticed that all three reasonings I gave included feeling full. And that is because if you're hungry all the time, it is going to be a real struggle to stick with any diet. Again, these are just my preferences. At the end of the video, I'm gonna show you exactly how you should go about building your own shopping list that suits your preferences. But if you find yourself still struggling with that, I'd like to offer you my 15 high protein recipe pack, which includes a sample meal plan and a full shopping list for the meal plan. Head to workedmethod.com/15 recipes to download it now for free. It is also linked at the top of the description down below. Let's start with protein sources. There are two staples that I have at all times. That's egg beaters or egg whites in a carton and 0% fat Fage, I don't know how to pronounce it, Greek yogurt. This is because I eat the exact same breakfast, an egg beater omelet, and the exact same dessert, a Greek yogurt bowl, almost 7 days a week. Then each week, I pick about 3 protein sources that I'll cycle through for the week. The usual list I pick from is boneless, skinless chicken breast or thighs. It's a quick hack. If you don't want to cook, you can just buy one of those rotisserie chickens that are already cooked. They have dark meat, they have white meat, super easy. Remove the skin and chop it up and you'll be good for a couple of days. Number 2 would be ground beef or ground turkey, 93.7 at the most. Then I go frozen shrimp, peeled and deveined. That's a key because peeling and deveining that shrimp is a pain in the ass. Atlantic salmon is another good option cooked in the air fryer. It is unreal. Pork chops, but try to get the center cut and not the loin. It's a bit leaner. New York strip or skirt steak, and cans of chicken or tuna as a lazy backup protein option if I don't have the time or feel like cooking. This isn't an exhaustive list, but these are just high protein, lower calorie options that I find rotating through 3 times a week gives me some nice variety in my diet and I don't get too bored. Now for carbs, pretty simple here, and I basically keep all of these items in my pantry at all times. Rice, and I buy it raw and I cook it in the pressure cooker if I have time, but I also have a few bags of those 90-second rice on hand when I'm not prepared or lazy. Pasta, and shocker, I don't eat the wheat pasta. It's the same calories as the regular pasta and it just tastes much better. Pasta is so quick and easy to make. I usually don't make a bunch at once. I'll weigh out a single serving raw and then just cook 1 serving. This helps with not wanting to go back for seconds or overeating. Pro tip, if you do prep a bunch at once, just put the rest away in the fridge before you sit down to eat so you're not tempted to go back for more. Potatoes are an awesome option. I'll usually chop these up and toss them in the air fryer for some pseudo French fries. It's delicious and potatoes are the most satiating carbohydrate out there, but for some reason they get a bad rap. I also keep a few low carb wraps around the house. Lately, it's been the Banderia brand of wraps. I believe they are 45 calories, and I can make myself a nice burrito with one of the proteins and some rice quickly, anytime. Dave's Killer English Muffins are awesome. They're the best English muffin on the market and great with breakfast or as a hamburger bun. They toast really well, which is why I love them. Fruits, which I tend to only buy when they're in season. There's nothing like wasting a bunch of calories on an apple that tastes like you're eating cardboard. Carbs are not bad for you, and you don't need to eliminate them from your diet in order to lose weight. I'll say it again. Carbs are not bad for you. Just learn how to control your portion size, and carbs will help you feel energized, they'll fuel hard workouts, and they'll protect against muscle loss. Now on to fats. And this is where preferences can play a huge difference. But I don't include many additional fats in my diet. Most of my fats come through either the proteins I'm eating or in things like salad dressings or condiments I use to flavor my meals. I would say the only staple fat on my shopping list is shredded cheese for my omelets and some low-fat feta cheese for my big-ass salads that I eat with every dinner. This isn't because fats are bad, it's just how I prefer to eat. If you enjoy avocados and nuts and things like that, you can absolutely include them in your diet. Just understand that portion control is very important here because fats have a higher calorie density, meaning that for every gram of fat, there's 9 calories instead of 4 calories for every gram of protein or carbs. This can be very easy to overeat if you don't control the portion sizes. Now, veggies are technically a carbohydrate, but I decided to separate them here to make it less confusing. These are all the staples I try to have on hand at all times. Number 1, romaine lettuce. As I mentioned before, and if you watch any of my stories on Instagram, you know that I make a big ass salad with every single dinner. I chop up about 3 heads of lettuce ahead of time and I put it in a Ziploc bag, and then every night I'm just pulling from it to make a big ass salad. This helps me not go back for seconds and fills me up at dinner. This is probably one of the best habits that I've taken on and allows me to stick to my goals, and it is something I highly suggest you give a try. It's an absolute game changer. Then I go cherry tomatoes as a nice topping for my salad, pepperoncinis or pepperoncinis, not sure how to say it, as another topping for my salad. I always keep frozen broccoli on hand, simple and easy. Just toss it in the microwave with a splash of water, and you don't have to worry about it going bad in the fridge if you don't eat it fast enough and have to throw it away. Canned green beans are another go-to for me. Again, no prep work here and always on hand when you need some extra volume in a meal. Most of my veggies are built into my salads, but if you enjoy a variety of veggies, have at it. Most veggies are low calorie density, so you can eat a ton of them and not add a lot of calories to your meals. And they also help fill you up, which is a common thread you've seen through a lot of my food selection. Condiments and sauces are next, and those are my favorite category because that's where you can transform all these really simple ingredients I've listed into so many different tastes and different types of meals. Salad dressings are key. My favorite is Bolthouse Farms ranch dressing, coming in at only 45 calories, and Ken's light Caesar dressing at 75 calories a serving. Weigh out your serving size and toss it on a big salad at dinner. Salsa. There is so many different flavors of salsa, and they're usually very low in calories. I like to toss them on my chicken and rice or on my omelets in the morning. Tzatziki is another killer condiment. You can transform any boring chicken and rice recipe into a delicious Greek treat. Soy sauce is another great one and also a 0-calorie option that can add an Asian twist to any meal. Pasta sauce, marinara. My go-to is Rao's, but there are a few lower calorie options out there, but in my opinion, Rao's gives the best taste to calorie ratio. Mustards are another awesome option. Dijon and spicy mustards are my go-to. I use them as dipping sauces for my chicken and salmon. They are a perfect way to moisten some leftover chicken that may be a tad dry. That about covers it, guys, for my weekly shopping list for fat loss. And to be honest with you, even when I'm not in a fat loss phase, I tend to eat the exact same foods, just with slightly larger portion sizes and maybe like a cookie or two added in. Because I actually do enjoy these foods, which is something that I cannot stress enough. You have to find foods that you enjoy and look forward to eating. What I want you to do before the next trip to the grocery store is sit down with a piece of paper and build out a plan. Start with your protein. Think about if there are any staples you eat every day, and then choose 3 proteins that you can cycle through for that week. If any of the carbs that I mentioned earlier you enjoyed, stock up on those and keep them handy in the pantry. Grab a couple of quick options as well, like microwavable rice or microwavable pasta for the times when you need something in a hurry, or you're just plain lazy. Add in some fats if you enjoy them. Otherwise, you could opt for cuts of meat with a higher fat content. Pick up the veggies you enjoy the most and go for frozen if you tend to let them sit in the fridge for too long and you're ending up having to throw them away. And finally, experiment with the different sauces, condiments, dressings to make basic foods taste great. If this all seems like a lot to take in, consider downloading the 15 high protein recipe pack down at the link below and use the meal plan for the week and the exact shopping list, and then just slowly learn how to build your own meal plan for your own goals. But always remember, there are no magic fat loss foods or recipes. At the end of the day, in order to lose fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit and consume less calories than you expend. The foods on this list are just to be used as guidance and some of the thought process that goes into why I choose some of them. Find the foods you love and enjoy and learn how to fit them into a plan that suits your goals. If you want some additional guidance on this, consider checking out the work method, training, and nutrition coaching plans, where we take the guesswork out of your nutrition plan and teach you how to eat the foods you love while getting the results you want. If you would like to hear my thoughts on any other training topics or nutrition topics, please drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your suggestions, and I'm happy to help out in any way I can. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.